Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Saturday, April 20th, 2024. Welcome to the Saturday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. And it is the start of a big pro wrestling weekend. Tonight, TNA Rebellion live on pay-per-view. Also, tonight we have AEW Saturday Collision, followed by AEW Rampage as well. Got a lot of pro wrestling tonight. And then again tomorrow night with AEW Dynasty live on pay-per-view as well. Let's get right into tonight's action. TNA Rebellion will be live from the Palms in Las Vegas, Nevada, the same venue where they held the return TNA pay-per-view Hard to Kill in January. And Rebellion will be available on traditional pay-per-view, TNA Plus, Triller, and I believe YouTube actually. After coming off of Hard to Kill in January, which was one of the most successful TNA pay-per-views in quite a long time, which was a great show, had a lot of great wrestling on it, but I think a lot of it had to do with people being curious about the return of the letters TNA, wanted to see what it was like. Hopefully they will be able to keep up the momentum with Rebellion tonight. I do think Rebellion will be a good pay-per-view tonight. It is definitely a good-looking card on paper, and the card for Rebellion tonight is, I believe this is going to be on the countdown to Rebellion, but we have Leon Slater teaming with ABC to take on the Rascals, Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, and Myron Reed. The team of Spitfire. Now, I believe this is going to be on the main card. The TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships are on the line here. Spitfire, Danny Luna, and Jody Threat. Which Thursday night on Impact, it was announced that they're going to have Lars Frederiksen from Rancid in the corner. I hope I said that right. I know he is a big wrestling fan. They do Ruby Soho's thing in AEW. They'll be taking on Decay, Havoc, and Rosemary. The TNA Digital Media Championship is up for grabs. Crazy Steve defending against Laredo Kid, which I forgot to give a prediction for the first match there. I'm going to guess with Danny Luna and Jody Threat on that one to retain the Knockouts tag team titles. And I see Crazy Steve retaining over Laredo Kid. We have a Full Metal Mayhem match tonight. Frankie Kazarian taking on Eric Young. Now, this is not the normal kind of ladder Full Metal Mayhem match, since there is no title on the line in the match. It would be pinfall or submission. I would have to go with Eric Young in this one. I believe. And we have Say His Name and He Appears. I believe in Joe Hendry taking on Rich Swann along with AJ Francis in his corner. Should be a good match. I could see AJ Francis getting involved, helping Rich Swann get the win here over Joe Hendry. The TNA X Division Championship is on the line as Mustafa Ali defends against Jake something. I think this one could be a really good match. Big fan of both. I think Ali has been doing great work as a heel since he has been in TNA so far. Jake something, definitely impressive. As far as a prediction, I could see Ali cheating somehow, possibly getting some help from the outside or using a weapon of some kind to defeat Jake something. But I think they're going to keep the title on Ali. I know he hasn't, or last time I heard, he hasn't signed with TNA, but I think they are going to keep the title on him. The TNA World Tag Team Championships are on the line. The System, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers defending against Speedball Mountain, the team of Speedball Mike Bailey and Trent Seven. Big fan of the team of Speedball Mountain, both Bailey and Trent, and would like to see them as the new TNA World Tag Team Champions. But I think they're going to keep the momentum of the System going as of right now. Moose, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I'll talk about him in just a little bit, but I think that Edwards and Myers are going to retain tonight over Speedball Mountain. But one thing's for sure, that's going to be a fine tag team match right there. Could possibly be a contender for match of the night. The TNA Knockouts World Championship on the line. Jordan Grace defending against Steph DeLander. Another one that I think could be a very good match. Matt Cardona now out with an injury. Not sure if he's going to be there or not. Thursday on Impact, Jordan Grace kind of teasing that she could have somebody having her back that could counter Cardona. We'll have to see what happens there. If that is the case, I could see Jordan Grace retaining, defeating Steph DeLander tonight. A last man standing match. We have the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander and Hammerstone. This one is going to be a good match, I'm sure. At Hard to Kill, these two had a great match. This is now the second, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let Hammerstone get this one to set up for a third match in this feud. But you never know. Big fan of both guys, Alexander and Hammerstone, which definitely looking forward to that one. And time for the main event of Rebellion. We have the TNA World Championship on the line as the TNA World Champion Moose takes on the Wanted Man, Nick Nemeth. I'm sure it's going to be a fine main event, and would love to see Nick Nemeth as the TNA World Champion. But I think this run Moose has been on and being a part of the system. And they have been pushing them, making them look strong. And I'm sure, definitely would not be surprised if the system does get involved in the match somehow to help out Moose. So I think Moose is going to be retaining the TNA World title. But actually, I wouldn't mind if I am wrong and we see a new TNA World Champion crowned in Nick Nemeth. But we will have to wait and see tonight. That is the card for the TNA Rebellion pay-per-view. Once again, you can order traditional pay-per-view, TNA Plus, Triller TV, and YouTube. Also tonight we have AEW Collision, AEW Rampage, 3 hours of All Elite Wrestling. I will be recording those 3 hours while I watch the Rebellion pay-per-view. So sometime tonight when I watch all the pro wrestling, I hope to have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic right here on Spreaker or wherever you listen to 360 Wrestling Podcast at. So hope you will all join me tonight and hope everyone has a great Saturday today. Hope you all enjoy both TNA Rebellion, Collision, and Rampage. If you're watching all three like I will be tonight, or if you're just watching one promotion tonight, should be some great wrestling tonight. Hope everyone has a great time and enjoys this night of pro wrestling. And I'll be back tomorrow with the Sunday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans to preview AEW Dynasty. Until then, though, have a great pro wrestling day.